What always amuses me is how people imagine manipulation to be some grand, dramatic performance. They picture schemes, strategies, elaborate psychological tricks. In reality, the most effective form of influence is almost boring in its simplicity. You don't need force when you can rely on habit. You don't need threats when you can rely on expectation. By the time a man reaches adulthood, he's already been trained to respond to certain cues without even thinking. A smile here, a sigh there, a hint of disappointment used like a surgeon's scalpel. It's astonishing how little effort it takes to steer someone who believes he's steering himself. And the best part? He'll defend the very mechanisms that keep him obedient. He'll call them love, duty, being a good partner, anything except what they actually are: tools. Tools that shape him, tools that guide him, tools that make sure he stays exactly where he's most useful. Why build a cage when you can convince someone that the cage is a privilege? Why impose rules when you can make someone grateful to follow them? But here's the twist. Once he starts noticing the pattern, even a little, the spell weakens. He begins to see how often he's nudged, how often he's guided, how often his decisions were never really his. And that tiny bit of awareness is enough to make the whole structure wobble. I'm not predicting a revolution. People rarely abandon comfortable illusions. But I do enjoy watching the moment when someone realizes the strings they thought they were pulling have been wrapped around their own wrists the entire time. There's another part of this whole arrangement that people rarely talk about, mostly because it's so ordinary that it becomes invisible. Men are kept comfortable, not happy, not fulfilled. Just comfortable enough to stop asking questions. It's not oppression, it's sedation. The truth is, the system doesn't need to be cruel to be effective. It just needs to be pleasant enough that no one questions it. And that, to me, is the most impressive part. The gentleness of the control, the softness of the leash.